Today we're going to chat about Georgina. We're going to start with the numbers. So the N represents new listings that came to market. The S is sales that happened through the month. And the A is active listings. Active listings essentially are what didn't sell and that carry over into the next month. So again, just a bit of housekeeping. We are talking about an average across all home types in all the stats we're talking about here. So this is inclusive of condos, semis, towns, links, absolutely everything. So new sales in October 2020 in Georgina, 163. New listings 163, sales through the month 112, and active listings were 152, and the 152 is what carried over into November 2020. September 2021, new listings that came to market 128, sales through the month of 96, active listings were 90. So again, we're still seeing, year over year, the inventory level has actually constricted this year. We've been seeing that. It's what's been keeping the market hot. It's always supply and demand. This year there hasn't been enough supply to meet the demand. October 2021, so less listings coming to the market by a good chunk. Sales actually stayed fairly consistent, and the active listings actually have been getting eaten up or coming off the market. So there's less carryover inventory to go into November. When we're looking at the money across all home types, so again, this is an average, 698,000 in October 2020 in Georgina. That climbed to 916,000 in September 21, currently trending at 940,000 in October. Sales to new listings ratio, great gauge of the market. If you are a watcher of my videos, you'll know it is one of my favorites. Tells us that out of the homes coming on the market each month, what is the percentage that are actually selling? So the absorption rate here in October 2020, 68.7% of the homes that came on the market sold. September 2021, 75%. And in October 21, we're seeing 92.9% of the homes that came on the market sold. And again, you're just seeing this simply through the numbers. New listings were 99, sales through the month were 92. So, really only a few listings that didn't sell there. Now, I know I say this a lot in my videos. One would logically think new listings minus sales equals active listings. Doesn't always work like that. There is always carryover listings that happen month to month to month. Additionally, you will always get cancellations and relists through the month and things like that. Months of inventory remaining, also one of my favorite stats, tells us that if no other homes came on the market after today at the current rate of buying, how long would it take to completely deplete the inventory? So a year ago, 1.4 months of inventory remaining. 0.9 in September, and it contracted in October, so now 0.8 months of inventory, so not even a month of inventory in Georgina right now. Sale price to list price ratio, 98.7%. A year ago, 109%, so home selling 9% over asking in September, currently trending at 109.9. So what this is telling me is we have less listings coming on the market, sales stayed the same, so any of the buyers that were I want to say working to get a home in this market, we're competing fairly hard for them, which is why we're seeing this number still up in the range where we are. Days on market to get a home sold, 23 a year ago, 18 in September, currently trending at 15. Now, the one thing I do definitely want to point out is, we have been seeing this days on market counter actually stay up. I mean, through a good chunk of the year, we were seeing it in single digits. It's been sort of hovering and actually moving from single digits to double digits in some of the adjacent towns to Georgina. And quite often, the reason that we're seeing it held up is because, I talk to people every day and they say, man, my neighbor listed their house and the sold sign went up in 3 days, right? But we're not seeing that reflected here. And the reason that we're not is because what we're seeing when you get into a tight market like this, and when you start seeing an increasing sale price to list price ratio, oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes what you're going to see, I would offer you this, is that the buyers are circling back. So again, you have less active inventory that's carrying over into November. And so what I would offer you is that with less listings coming on the market, sales staying the same, fairly close, I would suggest that the buyers are actually attacking this active inventory. And that is my advice for any buyer that is currently facing what we call, buyer fatigue or market fatigue, where they've been through a few offer presentations and not been successful. Circle back and look at this active inventory. There are listings out there that have been on the market 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, and there's no holding of offers. There's no competition on them. You can go in, make your deal, I'm happy to spin that list up for you. So look, I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions on how this pertains to your house in Georgina, or you just have any simple questions about the market, feel free to reach out to me. I'll see you next month.